Mysuara
Sorry, we had a little bit of technical glitch. Thank you very much for tuning in with Hot Talk Mysuara FM. I'm Ridwan Rosli. I'm very, very happy to be back again in the studio after like a month break. And today we have a very special guest with us, Miss Nurul Huda. Hello, Miss Nurul. How are you?
Hello, good to be here. Thank you for having us.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Nurul. Miss Nurul is also the president of Junior Chamber International. Today, Malaysia Junior Chamber International. So she'll be here to share more on JCI itself and also their new initiative where it is peace is possible. Ladies and gentlemen, before we go more on JCI with Miss Nurul today and also the initiative, we are still in the spirit of Sukansi. We won our target was 111 gold medal, but instead we got 145. And today, if you guys are watching live, I'm still in the spirit of Sukansi, not only just Sukansi, because we'll be having this the ASEAN Para game, which gonna be starting officially this coming 17th of September. So hope you guys are also very, very excited with that. So anyway, let's go back to our topic. Peace is possible. But before that, I think a lot of people would love to know a bit more about Miss Nurul. Do you mind sharing a bit about your background, Miss Nurul?
Okay, sure. Basically, I grew up in Subang Jaya.
All right, Subang girl.
Yeah. I furthered my studies to Melbourne Uni.
All right.
Came back to do my CA at KPMG.
Okay.
And then I joined Petronas, and after that, I left to do my own business.
Okay.
I joined JCI in year 2010. My chapter is JCI Petaling Jaya. And then in 2013, after being local president, 2014 I served as the Commonwealth Alliance of Young Entrepreneurs Asia. 2015 I went into the national board JCI Malaysia as National Secretary General, and this year as National President.
We are very, very lucky to have you today and to share all of that. I believe that is a tremendous achievement, especially just to show woman power over there. JCI Malaysia. But I think a lot of listeners over there, maybe they are not familiar on what JCI is and what JCI do. But just to share with you, ladies and gentlemen, JCI is an international international organization. I believe it was founded in St. Louis, Missouri. Correct me if I'm wrong. I just do a bit of Googling here and there. And St. Louis, Missouri is a beautiful city, ladies and gentlemen. They have a huge arc.
Yep.
It's a beautiful arc. I think I was there back in 2010, I think. Very lucky that I got to see the arc. So for something like JCI, I believe JCI right now, how old is JCI right now?
This year we are celebrating our 102 years.
102 years old organization. And I'm also happy to share that JCI is also an affiliation, is also a member of the Malaysian Youth Council.
Yes, correct.
Then I will let now Miss Nurul share more about what JCI is all about.
Okay, basically, as mentioned, JCI started in 1915 in St. Louis. This JCI Malaysia started in year 1954. We had the first chapter in Malaysia.
Even before independence.
Yes. And then that was JCI KL. And then we used to have three parts, JCI Peninsula Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak.
All right.
And the merger was in 1976 where we formed JCI Malaysia. We have currently about 2,100 members nationwide and globally about 200,000 members.
There's a lot of people.
Yes.
There's a lot of people connected under one roof, which is JCI.
Yes, and in Malaysia now we have about 60 chapters in all over except for 4 states, which is Perlis, Kelantan, Terengganu and Pahang.
Okay, so JCI not going to the East Coast yet?
Not yet.
So it's a West Coast thing.
Well, we are looking for people who would like to extend there as well.
All right. That is something to look into. So I think other than that, what does JCI focus on?
Okay, so basically, when you join JCI, we basically focus on youth development,
All right.
active citizenship. So basically, members get to learn and do different projects under the 4 areas, which is individual, community, business, and international.
All right.
And like under individual, we have in-house training that is developed from our HQ. So members get to attend the training and learn how to be trainers themselves.
Okay.
Under community, we have collaboration with with hospitals or orphanages, and we do projects with them. Under business, we have corporate visit, entrepreneur forum. We also do Creative Young Entrepreneur Award. And under international, we have international conferences as well as Sisterhood Pack. So we get to visit our sister chapters overseas. We just pay
all around the world.
Yeah.
And I believe JCI is in a lot of countries in the world.
120 countries.
120 countries, ladies and gentlemen, and that's a lot of countries.
Yeah.
With 200,000 members worldwide, and even in Malaysia alone, you guys have more than 2,000 members in Malaysia.
Exactly.
And then what I know is JCI focus also a lot in Malaysia on entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
And it is an in thing these days for the youth to get to know more about businesses and how to be an entrepreneur. Do you mind sharing more about that?
Basically, because business is one of the 4 area of focus that we have, so members in JCI, they get exposure to learn from different entrepreneurs from different industries.
So they have like a mentor-mentee sort of thing.
We
in a
have
way.
like corporate visits.
All right,
We
okay.
have sharing session. We have what you call it. Sometimes we might do internship with the company, so young students can go and do internship with the companies that are owned by our members or our network.
All right,
Yeah.
I think that would be a great opportunity and great experience to a lot of people. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we go to Peace is Possible, I think we're going to take a short break. And because JCI is celebrating its 102 birthday this year, I think we'll go to the first song, which is Lucas Graham, 7 years. Hello. We are back with Mysuara FM Hot Talk, and today with me we have Miss Nurul Huda, who is Malaysian Junior Chamber International President. So Miss Nurul Huda, the title today is Peace is Possible. Do you mind telling us what is all this initiative is all about? Peace is Possible.
Okay, so basically, in Malaysia, at the end of 2015, we saw Paris being under terrorist attack, and actually a few of us, we sat down and we were talking about every day people die in different countries.
Yes.
But how come when this happened in Paris, it become a big issue all over?
Yeah.
So we actually ran a campaign. We went on the streets all around Malaysia to pass out badges that
Okay.
every life is equal. And then after that, in early 2016, JCI HQ at the US launched the campaign of Peace is Possible.
Okay.
So all JCI national organizations worldwide commit to this program, whereby to this campaign, where each of us will do different projects to raise awareness about peace in our own country, in our own community. Yeah, so,
Alright,
so
so,
that's how it started.
Okay. So I think it's like so right now what I heard also is you guys just had a sort of convention in Kuching like a week ago.
Yes, that's right.
Do you mind sharing a bit about that?
The convention, the summit we had last
Alright.
week was in Kuching. That one was hosted by JCI HQ together with the Sarawak State of Government.
Okay.
We had delegates from, I think, more than 100 countries. From what I saw, it was 101 countries, and as well as Malaysian youth who came for about 3 days, 2 nights to listen to the sharing of different peacemakers from around the world.
Alright, so I think Malaysia should be very proud to actually be the host of that.
Well, it is done in our country,
Yeah.
but it's actually handled by JCI HQ.
Okay, but at least I mean it's like people from 100 plus countries are here in Malaysia, and at least they get to see a peace a bit of Malaysia, which is the Borneo and
Yes.
Kuching to be in particular.
Yeah.
I mean, did they enjoy being in Kuching?
I guess so.
So they get to see peace in Malaysia.
Yeah, but well, for us in Malaysia, we live, quite
Yeah.
peacefully. So when we hear to the sharing of the different speakers, then you start understanding the issues that they face. There was one speaker who was a child soldier.
All right.
He's from South Sudan. So, you don't hear these kind of
You
stories here. in
can't really
Malaysia.
even imagine
Yeah,
being a child soldier.
exactly.
You don't really lepak in mama and suddenly a guy will come and say, oh, I used to be a child soldier. You don't get that in Malaysia.
Exactly.
And maybe for a lot of us, I mean, I do understand because the things that happen outside the country, a lot of people can't really imagine or even they don't even know what to expect
Sure.
because
yeah.
it didn't very lucky it is not happening in Malaysia and we don't have that.
Yeah, exactly. So it was an eye-opening experience for all of us, and this also happened because that this month, September, the JCI Malaysia, we endorse it to be the National Peace Month.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's the National Peace Month for which is
Yes,
organized
for
by
September.
all right, September by
Yeah.
JCI Malaysia.
By JCI Malaysia.
I think that's a great initiative.
Yeah. So next week is 21st of September will be the International Peace Day. So all our different local organizations around Malaysia will be doing different projects to raise awareness about peace. We are also in the midst of, at the end of this week, in North, they are having a Peace is Possible campaign as well on Beach Street in Penang.
Aha,
Yeah.
that's very interesting. So guys, do head up to Penang
Yeah.
for the program.
Yes.
And I think not only JCI going to be there, but our good friend Adib Anas, I think definitely would be there because he's from Penang, and I think he'll be more than happy to bring you guys around in Penang. So anyway, Miss Nurul, talking about peace is possible. What's your personal take on peace
This
itself?
Basically, for me, I believe peace begins with respect. You have to respect the diversity of the people in the community, in the country, as well as the culture. You can't enter a country without understanding the culture of the country, the norms. You will not go into people's house without knocking the
Yeah.
door or calling to ask whether you can come.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and also for peace to prevail, greed cannot be.
Yes.
It cannot. You can't have peace if you have greed at the
Yeah.
same time. Yeah, because most of these issues of peace, instability, and war and terrorism usually is
Because
linked
someone
to-
wants something.
Yes, exactly.
Someone wants something more.
Yeah.
So ladies and gentlemen, peace is possible, and I myself, I really strongly believe in that peace is possible. But again and again, I mean, it's all about the efforts and the commitment that we are willing to put, or to some extent, the thing that we are willing to risk. Because what? Because some people say that, oh, this is not possible because I need to lose something on my end. So I don't want it this way. So I want it another way.
Yeah.
And again, when it comes to issues, when it comes to something that people fight about, there's always two sides of the stories.
Correct.
At
Yes.
least.
Exactly.
At least there's two sides of
Yeah.
the stories, but most of the time it's more than two sides of the stories. There's a lot, there's like 3 sides, 4 sides of the story, and I think that this is a very, very great initiative by JCI, where peace is possible. Being that you guys are all around the world, in Malaysia alone, you guys have 2,000 members, and with more than 100 countries around the world. I mean, disseminating this. Peace, the message of peace. I think this is a very, very great initiative. So again, I mean, what are the other concern? I mean, when it comes to JCI whole wide world, I mean, when it comes to talking about peace, what are the main thing? I mean, that circle the discussion of peace. Maybe from JCI point of view.
From JCI point of view, basically, it's in terms of raising awareness about the possibility of achieving peace, and because all of us come from different background, therefore we have a different level of upbringing, different culture, So, but it's also heartening to see that because of this project, we get to reach out to the public. We get to, like when we did the 2015 rally in Bukit Bintang, we
All
had
right.
to go and meet the shop owners and the public and tourists who are walking there,
Yeah.
and it was very interesting that some of us got into debate with the shop owners that they didn't feel that peace is possible, and
All
why
right,
are we
okay.
doing this campaign. So
All right.
it was interesting to it, because usually JCI program we rarely go out on the streets.
Okay. Yeah. So it's a great thing even for the members themselves to
Yes.
experience. So a first hand experience
Yes.
of promoting peace.
Yep, exactly.
So the irony is when we try to promote peace, even by promoting peace, we get into arguments.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so I think that's the irony of it.
Yeah.
When we try to promote peace, and there's a lot of misunderstanding, I believe,
Correct.
going
Yeah.
on in the world.
Yeah.
So, is there any specific issues that JCI focus on? Is it, for an example, like right now? A lot of people have a lot of things to say when it comes to the Rohingyas, for example. A lot of people have a lot of things to say. Every single people have their own point of view, have their own way of saying it. Of course, coming from the religious background, they will say this is all about religion and all. And another one, some people will say, oh, it's the human right, and some other people would be saying that this is talking about the sovereignty of a country, where people who's not their technically people who is not their citizen is being there in their country, so making these people stateless people or what. So is JCI also looking into that or not really? So
well-
it's more on a general basis of
Correct. Yeah, we will refrain from commenting about the.
all right, it's okay. I
Rohingya issue.
totally understand, because why? Because this is the thing that we want to look into. You know why? Because I personally would say there's a lot of organization who's trying to abuse the situation by saying that, oh, we want to promote this just out of nowhere. Because why? Because what's happening in Rohingya is happening.
Yes.
But again, as you mentioned earlier, peace is not just about just one issue. Peace is about sharing the idea and the belief all around the world all the time.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
not just about, if not, JCI wouldn't be around for 102 years.
Correct. Yeah.
If it's just on issue base, right?
Yes.
So this is the thing, ladies and gentlemen. That's what's interesting about JCI initiative, which is Peace is Possible. So we're going to talk a lot more about Peace is Possible after this. But before that, I think we would listen to make sure that all of us is in peace. And maybe some of you guys are right now driving, going back. So have fun and listen to Despacito. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are back with me, Ridwan Rosli, Mysuara FM Hot Talk. And today we have Malaysia JCI President with us, Miss Nurul Huda. So ladies and gentlemen, this one here with me is an example of a badge given out by JCI. Here say, we are not the same, but we are all equal. So it's a very beautiful badge, and I would really love to wear it after this. And I believe this one was given out in 2015.
Yes.
That one is before the JCI International
Launched the campaign.
launched the
Yeah.
campaign, the HQ in the US. So this one is the current one. JCI Peace is Possible. If you are lucky enough, you'll get this. If you are lucky enough. If you are not lucky enough, start praying from now. You would get it one day. So I have two with me. So Miss Nurul Huda, beside Peace is Possible, what other initiative are JCI working on currently? Or in the future, or the past things that you would like to share? JCI Malaysia in particular.
Okay, so basically because JCI is a partner of United Nations,
All right.
we commit to promoting and raising awareness of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which was launched in September 2015. So at the JCI Malaysia level, we have been doing a lot of projects that help to advance the Sustainable Development Goals.
All right.
We also do SDG workshop for our members. We'll be doing another workshop coming up next week on Saturday during our National Partnership Summit.
All right.
That will be open to public as well as our members to attend to see how they can align SDGs to their project.
All right. So just by listening to this, the listeners are getting a lot of input and a lot of opportunities to join in programs of JCI.
Yes.
And then I believe when you talk about sustainable development, that also is a huge contributor also to peace.
Correct.
Because what? Because I think maybe the listeners would love to know more about what sustainable development is. Do you mind to share, Ms. Nurul?
Okay, so basically, Sustainable Development Goals, there are 17, covering 5 pillars, including people, planet, prosperity. I can't remember the other 2.
All right.
And then basically it has 17 goals such as no poverty, zero hunger, quality education. So this year, JCI Malaysia, one of the efforts that we do to raise awareness is actually we launched a new award called JCI Malaysia Sustainable Development Awards. This award we are giving to companies and NGOs that do projects that help to advance the global goals.
Oh, that is something great. I mean, having it in Malaysia right now.
Yeah, so we are actually the first among the JCI countries to do this, and the award ceremony will be next week on Friday night in Sunway Putra Hotel.
Okay, I think that's a great initiative because why? Because a lot of people, when they talk about peace, they say we want peace, but they're actually not working or not doing anything towards it. But with the program, sustainable development and all, this is the thing that contribute to peace. Because why? Because if there's no poverty, there's no hunger, we are going towards peace. Because why? Because we can't say that we have peace when there's hungry people. We can't say that we have peace when we have poverty. Although, of course, a lot of people would say that, peace is just a state of mind. Some people would say that. But the way I look at it, you can't really have a state of mind of peace when you're hungry. So there's no really peace in that. So I think this is all the great initiative by JCI. I mean, sustainable development. That's very, very interesting, especially for the youth. And again, just to put in, to join all this JCI program, how old you need to be on or between what age?
Okay, our members are between 18 to 40.
So 18 to 40, ladies and gentlemen, if you are 39 and a half this year, you still got time.
Yes.
And you still can join the program next week.
Yes.
Sustainable development.
Yes.
So please do it before you get into 40 next year. So do it this year. So 18 to 40. So some of the listeners maybe don't really get it. In Malaysia, the definition of youth is anyone below 40 but above the age of 16. So 18 to 40, that's youth in Malaysia. Although some people say, I'm 38 or 39, I don't really feel youth anymore. But yeah, we are going towards that. Maybe we'll bring it down to 30.
Yeah, might be.
It might be in the future. Not sure yet in the near future, or still a long way to go.
Yeah.
So anyway, besides sustainable development, is there any other things that JCI does previously that you would really love to share to the listeners, Miss Nurul?
Basically, we have done multiple projects nationwide. It's being done by our local organizations. So they have done projects like collaboration with University Hospital to raise funds for leukemia children. They will have done projects with schools to build reading corners. What else? They have done projects with the local council for mud ball to help with the river cleaning. So it is up to the members' creativity what they want to do as a JCI member.
So I would also say that JCI is a platform for creativity.
Yes, because we have one of the awards. It's called Creative Young Entrepreneur Award as well.
So creative people out there, do check out JCI and join them. Because why? Because JCI is also a creative platform for young people.
Yeah, to test and build your leadership skills, and as well as JCI members, when they join, they get to do things that they don't normally get to do in their work. You get to learn how to organize press conference, how to be
Yeah.
MC, how to raise funds for events, how to how to manage a dinner. So we let them do different projects.
Taking that
Yeah.
as an advantage, I would also love to offer JCI right now. If you guys have anyone that would love to be a radio DJ, they can come and of course take over my place in any Wednesday between 5 to 6. We would also love to hear someone from JCI
That's
speaking.
great.
I mean,
Thank you
why
for the
not,
offer.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, because myself also being here as a volunteer, I mean, this is a great platform, and I think if anyone from JCI would love to be a DJ radio, why not?
Sure.
So it is a place to start. So you try and become, instead of maybe Miss Nurul, next week she wouldn't be the guest anymore. I would be the guest, and she'll be sitting on my spot. So anyway, we'll continue more after this, but we go to the next song. Also, this is actually one of my favorite. So enjoy. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Mysuara FM Hot Talk today with the president of Malaysia Junior Chamber International, Miss Nurul Huda. Just now we were talking about Peace is Possible, the initiative being done by JCI Malaysia, and also the international JCI right now. But we were also just now discussing on what were the action, what can we do to bring peace. So that's where we come into sustainable development initiative, so on and so forth. So Miss Nurul Huda, I mean, you yourself, you have been in JCI for the one that you mentioned just now. I think more than 5 years. So
7 years already.
coming to 7 years.
Yeah.
What is your favorite program or initiative that you have done that really feel that I love doing this, or which or any program that you're really into when you were in JCI for this past 7 years?
I guess among all the programs that I did, that I most enjoy was when I was VP Business in
Alright.
JCI Petaling Jaya. We did a program called Corporate Consulting Experience. It's something like an internship, but a bit different, where we allowed students. We brought students from our JCI Youth. JCI also have in universities, they call it JCI Youth, to join the program, where the first day they have to go through a training on image, communication, presentation skill, all that. And then we place them in different companies
Alright.
for group projects. They get to experience how it is becoming consultant. So not just a typical trainer.
Okay.
So they have, not just a typical intern. They have to basically work on specific projects, like advising the company, maybe on a marketing, how to launch a product, or how to boost their social media campaign. And the participants are not just Malaysian; it's open to international students as well.
Alright.
So why I like that, because of the fact that when I was an international student in Australia, I tried to apply for internship, even to submit my form. Once I click, I'm not a permanent citizen, a permanent resident or
Yeah, yeah.
citizen, I can't proceed anymore.
Yeah.
So this project gives me a chance to give international students in Malaysia the opportunity to work in Malaysian companies. Even if it's just for 3 weeks. So continuing from that, I personally also take international students for my own company, and at the same time get them to also assist for JCI Malaysia or JCI Petaling Jaya. So they get to experience working in the Malaysian culture, and my members get to experience working with international students as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a very interesting experience. And
Yes.
this is like back how many years ago?
It started in 2011, and I continue to do it every year. So like this year we had French students coming in. Past years we have had students from Tunisia, from Mali.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yes,
So, are these two also some of the interns
Yes, they're
in
interns from
JCI? So,
Malaysia.
ladies and gentlemen
Yeah.
who can't really see it online, or in the video, we have two JCI interns with us. I mean, do you mind sharing your name? We have Fila. Fila and Anissa. So we have two girls, ladies and gentlemen. So I think maybe after this, more guys will be joining JCI because they see that you guys have girls as interns. So anyway, just how's your intern so far? They say it's very interesting. I bet you love it, right? How's working with Miss Nurul Huda is? Interesting. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, so those are the things that JCI does. And again, going back to peace is possible. So I think if we want to talk about peace, there's so many things that we can talk about.
Yes.
And I think it is only fair for me to say that peace starts from all of us as an individual.
Correct.
I mean, there's so many efforts or so many things that can be done by others. But at the same time, I think it's all up to us. And I think what JCI is doing, I mean, with the campaign and all, this is something that should be done, not just because to cater issues, but all the time to serve as a friendly reminder that this is something that we should really appreciate. And then, I mean, with the badges, I'm very interested with this one. We are not the same, but we are all equal, especially in the context of Malaysia, where we have different people from different religion with different background, but at the same time, I mean, what being promoted by the Prime Minister, promoted by the government is, by the end of the day, we are all Malaysian, and we should stick together. And I think this is the basis of peace.
Correct.
And as you said, as Miss Nurul was sharing just now, it's all about, I mean, if we don't have greed, then peace can be achieved. Do you want to add anything more on that point?
I guess it's in conjunction of Malaysia Day coming up, so we should embrace that we are all Malaysians, and no matter what language we speak, where we grow up, we are all Malaysians. And
what suku or what puak we are from. Yeah, so I mean, this coming 16th September is Malaysia Day. Yes, we celebrated our Independence Day on the 31st August. Last 31st August, but again, there's another very special day, which is Malaysia Day. It's also to celebrate the joining of Sabah and Sarawak into Malaysia, which is 16 September 1963. So a lot of people, maybe because they don't really see a lot of celebration like 31st August, but maybe a lot of people sometimes forget about that we have Malaysian Day on 16 September. And it is very interesting that, as you mentioned, that there's JCI in Sabah and also in Sarawak.
Yes.
So, are they planning any sort of celebration in Sabah and Sarawak for the 16th of September?
On the 16th of September, basically this weekend, we are having JCI Malaysia Open Day.
All right.
In Sabah and Sarawak, they are planning to do exhibition in the mall for people to know more about JCI. So whoever is interested can go in and have a look.
And in which mall is that? All right, it's okay. I mean, it's like maybe we'll double check on that one. But before that, we're gonna go to the song which was requested by the intern of JCI, ladies and gentlemen. Here goes Feels. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in Mysuara FM Hot Talk. Today with me, Ridwan Rosli, we are talking about peace is possible with the president of Junior Chamber International Malaysia, Miss Nurul Huda. So, Miss Nurul, we have been talking a lot about JCI, what JCI is and all. How can one become a JCI member?
Okay, so basically, if you're interested to join JCI, all you have to do is just go to our Facebook, www.facebook.com/JCI Malaysia.
All right.
There you can just post a message to us, and then we'll get your contacts and share to the presidents and secretaries, depending on your location. So in different locations, we have multiple local organizations. Like in KL, we have about 9 to 10.
All right.
Yeah. In Sabah and Sarawak, there's more.
I think I would love to join the one in Subang.
In Subang, there's none. The nearest is PJ.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so you can
that's-
join my chapter. I am
all
from
right, so in
PJ.
PJ. All right,
Yes.
okay. So I thought,
Yeah.
okay, so I think, all right. What about other people who already, join? Maybe they say, oh, I'm a scout, but at the
Yes.
same time, I want to join JCI.
Of course, we welcome because anyone can join multiple organizations. We have
Yes.
members who are also members of Lion, of Toastmaster, of Rotary.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's very
we
very
have members from Pengangkap as well.
Ah,
My
yeah.
National Secretary General is from Pengangkap.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So yeah, you guys have people from the scouts, all those
Yes.
sort of things. So I think maybe why not me myself? I would love to join JCI.
Sure, welcome.
All right, so I think a lot of people, as I mentioned, they want to know how to join JCI. So ladies and gentlemen, it's very very easy. If you don't have a Facebook account, go and do it now. Go and do a Facebook account now and go and check out the JCI Facebook. I think we're gonna share it on the Mysuara FM live feed. I think maybe some of you guys, some of the intern can share the JCI link on our live feed right now, because I think some of the listeners would love to join the JCI so that at least they know where to go. So other than that, how do you see, you yourself as a president right now, how do you see JCI maybe in a year or 2 years time?
I guess from the efforts that we are doing these few years, we continuously to raise awareness about JCI. Like this year, we have been featured in Panama. We have been interviewed by IM4U FM, and over the years, 4 different projects as well. So we hope to have many more Malaysians, young people, to join JCI, because when you join a JCI local organization, you actually get a passport all over the world. You can go into our portal and find JCI members. Say, for example, you are visiting, let's say you're visiting Australia.
Yeah.
So you can go there and find JCI Australia, and then if say you're going to Melbourne, so look for JCI Melbourne. You can message the members there, and then when you go there, you can get to attend their events as well. Yeah.
That's very very interesting.
Yes, so you basically have a global network to tap into, as well as you can also attend. We have like conferences. We have our national conference happening in October next month in Miri. That is
Okay.
the biggest in history so far. We are going to have about 800 delegates.
That's
we've
a lot
never,
of people.
we've never had that much. Before this, it was just 600 plus. So, and then we have our World Congress coming up in November. That one will be in Amsterdam.
All right. So
Yeah.
I believe the World Congress is going around different countries every single year.
Yeah. So next year will be in India. Last year was in Canada.
So to expand your horizon, do join JCI. And right now they are promoting Peace is Possible. I think Ms. Nurul Huda, a lot of people would love to see this. Okay.
Sure.
So this is, I commit to making peace possible. Hashtag peace is possible. So I think a lot of people, maybe they can use the hashtag not only on Facebook but also on Instagram, I believe.
Yes, correct.
All right. So if you have beautiful photos or photos that you think gotta do with peace, you can use the hashtag peace is possible. Maybe you can have one with your girlfriend, maybe one with your wife, one with your kids, one with your friends, but not all of them together. You can't have a photo of you, your wife, and also your girlfriend and hashtag peace is possible, because I don't think that is possible. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, hashtag peace is possible. This is an initiative by JCI, and I think a lot of people would love to be a part of it. And if you want to be a part of JCI, do get in touch with them on Facebook. And I think we are getting to the end of our show. Is there any last word, Miss Nurul Huda?
I would like to thank Mysuara FM as well as Ridwan for interviewing us today and for the opportunity you have given.
Thank you very much, Miss Nurul Huda. But again, my offer is still open. If you guys have anyone who would love to try and becoming a DJ at Mysuara FM from JCI, do let me know.
Sure.
My slot is on Wednesday, 5 to 6 p.m. every Wednesday. So, guys, thank you very much for tuning in to Mysuara FM today, listening to Hot Talk. Again, thank you very much, Miss Nurul Huda. Thank you very much, JCI, for being here, for sharing with us your great initiative. Peace is possible, and again, we having the ASEAN Para Games this coming 17 September. I believe we are still in the spirit of winning more goals. We have did it in the last SEA Games where we, instead of 111 goals, we back 145 goals with an accumulation of more than 300 medals in the Southeast Asian Games. So ladies and gentlemen, that's all from me. I'm Ridwan Rosli signing off. Enjoy our last song, which is Passenger. Let it go. Thank you very much.